nice to see you. I'm knocking Edward. You know me, you probably heard me falling over the speakers. Just wondered if we could ask a couple of little questions about the day.
Yep.
How does it feel to be racing for the Bovingdon Memorial Meeting? Does it give you a special thrill?
No, definitely. I was going to do the one they had last year, V6, didn't do that one. So I thought, I've had that car 3 years at the workshop now, so I thought I'd save it for this meeting. So
beautiful looking motor. And how much did you do the paint job yourself? Or
we sprayed it, and then we had to wait for it to come down the road and so on.
Is it desperately expensive to have that sort of paint job done on a car?
Spraying it isn't expensive. It takes a while to spray, but having the sign like 120 quid each one.
Oh, that's very reasonable for such a professional job.
Exactly.
Very nice indeed. So, how much does it cost to basically for someone who doesn't race? You know, how much would it cost to put a banger like that together? And
so something like that, it's probably with all the paint on the sign, it's probably going to be
about 200.
Yeah, on that.
So that's quite inexpensive, but I suppose then you have got the trailer and everything.
Exactly. So once you put it in, it's okay.
Yeah. So do you do sort of things with cars during the week? Is that
no? I'm a car salesman actually. So I sell cars all day and then work on them at night.
Sell them in the day and work on them and make them into bangers during the evening time. Well, good luck today. Let's hope you get into the trophies.
Do more than that.
Very, very nice. It's a beautifully prepared car, and one I'm sure Mark would have been very pleased to see racing in his lane today.
Thanks a lot.
John Golden, one of the big names in banger racing. Wherever you go throughout the country, the name of John Golden is always linked with the Motley Crew. And John is always out there, one of the toughest and most amiable guys off the track, but certainly one of the toughest out on the track. John, tell me something. How does it go down with the family, this banger racing game? Do you get a lot of stick from the family because you commit so much time to it?
No aggro at all from the family.
They're supportive, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all up for it.
That's good, that's nice. And I guess you do put in a hell of a lot of time preparing the cars and nice paint jobs and everything.
Loads of hours of work, hard graft and all that.
Yeah, and again, for the sake of people that are thinking about getting into the sport, you know, the amount of hours and commitment, and particularly money, is it desperately expensive to do banger racing?
If you're going to be your first time and starting off, it will be expensive. But once you've got like a little stockpile of cars, somewhere to build the cars, people will help you, it's all right. It works out all right then.
Is there a limit to the expenditure you can put? I know you can swap engines, but can those engines be really gruff racing engines, or isn't it really worth the effort in banger racing? Is it just a case of getting out there and having some fun?
I mean, some people go out and spend loads of money on engines, and other people just go out for the crash. That's all I like to do, is go out for the crash.
You enjoy going out for the crash, but you are nevertheless quite competitive, it has to be said, out on the track. You've always got one of the faster cars out there.
Yeah, usually, but
it's in the preparation, I take it. So, what sort of support in the pits do you get from your adversaries? I mean, I know it's a case of being nasty out there on the track and fencing them if you can and what have you, but say you needed a battery or something, would you have a few other drivers you could go to and say, can I borrow a battery?
Work together as a team, and everybody brings loads of spares of them, and everybody, there's even other drivers that know the team.
I'm with you. So there's a great camaraderie that exists in the pits then.
Smash each other to pieces on the track, but it's all friendly in the pits.
John Golden, thank you. It's been a great little interview, and good luck today in the Mark Bolden meeting.
Cheers, mate.
So a bit further up the pits we've come now and found the Rev himself, John Dodge, one of the most prolific drivers out there, and dare I say, one of the older members of the banger racing fraternity, but it's always great to see John, and he's always one of the very, very entertaining key members of a banger racing meeting. Hi John. So
just one little thing, I am the oldest, not one of the oldest.
Well, there you are, the man said it, you heard it from the man himself, but it's always great to see you at the meetings, John. What, does it give you a special thrill today to be taking part in the Mark Bolden Memorial meeting?
I mean, obviously, it's all very sad that there even has to be a meeting, but if there is, I think that every banger driver that's worth his salt should be this race today.
Certainly, Mark was indeed one of the most best and prolific banger drivers there was.
I'm not really sure what prolific means, but I'm sure he had lots of it.
Well, that's just about right. He certainly was a great driver and very, very much earned the respect of everybody else out on the tracks. Not only the drivers, but the members of the public as well. They all know a good one when they see him, don't they?
Yeah.
So, John, tell me, you're such a regular driver. Do you manage to put the cars together fairly quickly with all your experience in it?
Yes and no. I've got to say that my Mrs. Kath, she gives me an awful lot of help with the cars. I mean, she's mean with a screwdriver. But yeah, every car takes at least a week to get ready.
Obviously, you've got yourself and your sons involved and the missus as well, so you get a lot of support. You find that valuable from the family, do you?
Well, the boys have all gone their own way now. They've got their own yard, they do their own thing. Kath and I just plod along and we do the meetings we want to do, when we want to do them.
That's a nice way to be, John. And do you work in the motor trade during the week as well?
No.
You don't?
But saying that, I'm a welder. I mean, sometimes I MOT world cards.
Absolutely. So the welding skills come in handy, obviously, when you're doing the bangers. And do you paint the cars yourself? That's all extra time involved, obviously.
Yeah, for sure it is.
But
with this banger racing, you've got to be 100% dedicated. It's no good being a part-time banger driver. You've got to be every waking second or every spare second has got to be involved with bangers.
Sure. You don't find any time for any other sport whatsoever then?
No. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't fornicate with rude women, more the pity. Yeah, that's what we do.
If you had to sling in banger racing tomorrow and you weren't able to do it, what sport do you think you might tend to pursue?
I don't know. I'd have probably given this up 30 years ago if I could have found another sport to give me just as much buzz as this one. And I hope that I'm going for another 30 years.
So do we, John. It's been a great bit of fun talking to you.
Cheers,
Thanks
mate.
for the interview.
See you again.
They can be a tough old bird, the Volvos, but they're just... I'm here with young Vince, our start master here at Bovingdon, and of course he also does the Wimbledon Raceway. Vince, tell me something, which do you actually prefer doing? Do you prefer doing the flags, or do you prefer being out there?
Probably just about prefer being out on the track. much more of a buzz doing the marshalling. You've got to have your wits about you all the time. Out on the track you can relax a little bit more and let your hair down and enjoy it a bit more.
So that is an absolutely fabulously prepared car this time round. I know you didn't actually do the artwork yourself. Do you want to give the credit to the guy who did?
Yeah, a lot of thanks must go to Chris Doughty, number 360, who races as bonkers normally. He's put in painstaking hours of work, I can imagine, to bring that up to its standard that it's currently in.
And the tribute to the to Polo on the engine body is really something else, isn't it? Really, really good.
Yeah, I presented Mark with a few trophies along the way, mainly for his hot rod racing. I didn't really know him that well as a banger driver, but certainly for someone that has come from a banger racing background to go into 2 litre hot rods and race the way that he did was an absolute fantastic achievement. And you've got to take your hat off to a gentleman as a driver and as a man from what I knew of him.
Certainly, and such a shame, of course, that he was taken so sadly from us just a couple of years ago when he was absolutely in the prime of his racing. If you were able to separate between banger racing and rookie rods, which do you personally prefer the best?
Are we talking rookie rods or rookie bangers?
Sorry, rookie bangers.
Rookie bangers. For car preparation, rookie bangers are a lot easier to prepare, a lot less time consuming, and probably just as much fun. I would say they're probably pretty much on par with one another. I wouldn't say the national bangers are any less or any more exciting, especially if you get put in the first turn.
So if you had an unlimited budget, what would you do?
Unlimited, probably 2 litre hot rods. I think the 2 litre hot rods,
along with
still slightly better than even the nationals. I would still go with 2 litre hot rods.
Along with your contemporary Jason Wilkes, of course, who you used to race against as junior mini racers many moons ago.
Yeah.
So do you like any other sport?
A little bit of swimming now and again, pretty much weekly. Odd occasional badminton and tennis now and again. A little tiny bit of table tennis, but not so much any other forms of sport. As long as it's got 4 wheels on, it's
mainly
fine to
motorsport
watch.
then.
Oh yeah.
What changes would you like to see in the current small oval scene, if any?
I would like to see more participation from sort of audience members. Admittedly, now we've got the rookie rods and the rookie bangers. A lot of people are coming off of the terraces to have a go in different formulas, but we still lack in most of our formulas. We can still do with a few more cars. Obviously, a lot of people probably can't afford to race cars, especially in the road classes, but for my money, still bigger fields of cars are a lot more entertaining than smaller fields of cars.
So, okay, well, thanks very much indeed, Vince, for your time. I know you're anxious to make sure the car runs well and get out there and show it off to everybody in its beautiful gleaming paintwork. Vince, have a good Mark Holden. Thanks a lot.
Boys and girls, about to erupt. This is Banger Racing National Bangers here at Bovingdon Raceway. And in they go, stuck in they get. It's all volleyed and thundered around the raceway here at Bovingdon. No quarter given. Mark Bolden style out there, boys and girls. They're all going to go in very heavy today. They're going to enjoy themselves. This is going to be a rough and tumble here at Bovingdon Raceway this afternoon. I don't think there's going to be too many of them out there and still going in perfect condition at the end of this one, but certainly they are flying around this Bovingdon Raceway, these bangers here this afternoon. Some beautifully painted, some just made it by the skin of their teeth, but all out there and heartily racing on behalf of Mark Bolden. Marshall finish off, getting the old heave-ho treatment from the 231 car of Stuart Dunn. And the Maverick goes in hard on the 600 car. 46th then Keith Painter, always one to keep an eye out for here at Bovingdon. And the English champion, reigning English champion, of course, at the moment, he's been the figure of 8 champion down at Wimbledon Raceway innumerable times, but always the World Championship has eluded him. Maybe this year will be Maverick's year for that particular championship. They're all out there and still going. Certainly cars going round in all shapes and forms, but they're keeping going. 7:22 though is one of the early retirees. Bob Ewins jumps from his car. We have a red, Mr. Starter, please. Red. We have a stoppage. In second place currently. And could I put out another appeal lap sheet order restart for this one? And away we go yet again for the restart of the Bovingdon Trophy Memorial Race. We go, cars to the inside, cars to the outside, all over the place they go. And currently leading this one now is mushing the 348 car, Sonny Sherwood then. 348 leads the way. Sonny Sherwood again, one of our most prolific drivers here, but Lips Croshaw has really got it in for him and he tries to take him to one side as they go through the pits bend, but Lips himself now under attack from 320 and he goes aside, but 320 takes up the chase on the leading car. Here he comes now, 348, your leading car, Mr. Starter. There he goes, Sonny Sherwood leads this one. 320 lies in second place, Graham Jewell. Third place over the line now goes Anthony Oakin, 471. So that's first, second and third. I'm not sure. I think the number 7 car of Colin Farley is a lap behind. And he is actually there, I'm told. So through he goes now in third place then, Colin Farley in the number 7 car. 348 your leader, 320 in second place. Then it's car number 7, 710. Has just spun into a 180. Oh, and he takes the condoms van round with him. That's Anthony Opal's also gone in 471, number 4. Davey Wild goes through, 778. He's right there as well as his Maverick in the 46 car. 5 this time through then, Mr. Starter, for your lead car, 348. Sonny Sherwood, who continues to lead this one. 348, Sonny Sherwood, your leader, in second place and gaining the 320 car of Graham Jewell. 915 goes past, but he's a lap down, I believe. 320 though continues the chase. Number 7 currently lying in third place, 264, has got himself going again now. The big old Mark 10 Jaguar is right over there. But 348, Sonny Sherwood continues his march. Is he going to be caught in this one? 348 goes through. He's on the far side now with 3.5 laps to go. But Jack France unlaps himself there in the 248, 245 car. This looks like a bit of a battle royal going on, but actually Jack France is a lap down. So continuing in the lead, it's still 348 Sonny Sherwood, but 320 Graham Jewell now is right there with Sonny Sherwood. He's going in for the kill as they take the exit from the pits bend. Sherwood keeps the nose in front, but Jewell is right there. Graham Jewell in 320 really challenging Sonny Sherwood for the leadership of this one with just a couple of car lengths between them and 2 laps to go this time through. Graham Jewell now putting in the drive of his life in 320. Sonny Sherwood is still right there, but Graham Jewell is chasing hard. Just a lap and a half to go. Who's it going to be with the silverware? Sonny Sherwood continues on his way. 348 with just 1 lap to go. Graham Jewell continues in second place. Oh, and Jewell pulls it up. He's out. He's gone. So Sonny Sherwood continues on his way. 348, your lead car. and number 7 now goes through in second place. He's under attack from 46. Keith Painter, the Maverick himself, but no doubt about the winner. It's going to be Sonny Sherwood, 3:48. There he goes over the start-finish line now. In second place, coming through for that second place. 46 goes through, takes the second place away from Colin Farley in the number 7 car. Maverick then comes home in second place in the 46 car. It's the number 7 car of Colin Farley. Wally himself in third position.
A very excellent race from his point of view, I'm sure. There he is, Keith Painter, the Maverick himself, in the 46 car. There he is, taking the prize for third place. Very, very nice trophy indeed. And certainly a hard man driving a hard race, former world champion of course, and looking to do it all over again, I'm sure, this year. In the number 7 car, a regular visitor now, I'm pleased to say, to Bovingdon Raceway, when the Banger Boys are around in the National Bangers. In the number 7 car, of course, it's that great favourite here at Bovingdon, Colin Farley. Yes, a very determined man he was too. Got out there and absolutely took the race by the horns from the very, very early stages of the race in the 348 car. It's Mushy himself, ladies and gentlemen. Our congratulations to Sonny Sherwood.
Yeah. Congratulations. Hard race?
Yeah, it was hard, yeah.
Yeah.
What position? You haven't. I've got to beat him, and I say.
Yeah. Yeah. He was chasing you hard then?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars out there.
How many tyres?
That's brilliant. Well done. Congratulations.
Gets them away, and straight away there's a dice goes on between the 231 car on the inside, the 141 car on the outside. The outside car taken towards the arm car as 231 takes up the running. Stuart Dunn. 348 though, Sonny Sherwood very, very close by. Vinny still trying to get that one going, missed the start of the 915 car. Oh dear, some action going on very, very close to Vinny as he cruises around the infield, trying to get the engine in that old Volvo to pick up. But I think it's going to be curtains for him as he pulls into the centre green and calls it a day. Second casualty is Ryan Eaton in the 717, the big old Jag, also playing up a bit, but he gets that one going. 717 then continues on his way, Lips Croshaw in front, and a waved yellow flag, Mr. Starner, a waved yellow flag. One of those two drivers down there obviously has his problems. And a waved yellow, I think most of the drivers will have seen that. It's red flags please Mr. Starner, red flags. And we do have restart for that, complete restart on another fifth, and unfortunate. So the green flag falls again, and we're racing here at Bovingdon. This time it's Lips Croshaw who takes up the running in the 45 car, followed by Tricky Dicky Richard Flockton there in 670. So 670 now takes up the running. Richard Flockton leads them through on the first lap of the race. Certainly an ex-figure of 8 world champion is Tricky Dicky Flockton. And the number 20 car, they're going round the wrong way of the circuit for the moment. That's the tactics we normally employ in the Death Destruction Derby. But is he looking for someone, we ask ourselves? No, he's just trying to find the security of the centre green, I think. 462 calls in a day, as does 72,600 is already out of the car, but the rest go marching by at 670. Richard Flockton, Tricky Dicky himself, continues on his way now. He's got a car there that's going very, very well for him, obviously. Maverick still doing the knots over there in the old Granada as well. But Tricky Dicky Flockton is your race leader in the 670 car. So 348 now, Sonny Sherwood taking it up from Tricky Dicky. Sonny Sherwood then already had one race to his credit this afternoon. But Sonny Sherwood, oh, no, 528 under a terrific attack there. Alan Hunt just been able to resist the attentions there of the 462 car of Lee Campbell, who himself is turned aside then by Tricky Dicky Flockton, who makes his way through on the inside to peel off another lap. Richard Flockton then, 670, very much in command of this one in second place. Sonny Sherwood hanging on there in first place, 348. The winner of the earlier race this afternoon, it looks like for sure he's got a very, very swift car there indeed. Going very well in this one is Sonny Sherwood. Certainly Tricky Dicky Flockton not able to stay within that gap widening as we speak. And Kingy is in fact a lap down in the 206 car between these two. So 348 your leader, 670 in second place, and 45 for Lips Groshaw in third position. It's 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go next time through, Mr. Starter, for 348. And there goes one of the back markers just getting dispatched towards the Armco. That's Flash being thrown towards the Armco there on the entrance way to the pits bend as Tricky comes through now. Peels off another lap in second place, but Mushy, Sonny Sherwood himself, 348 is the man to keep an eye out for in the big blue estate car. Here he comes now. This time it's going to be 3 laps to go. Is there anything? 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go then. 4 laps to go then for Sonny Sherwood, 348. 4 laps to go for Tricky Dicky in 670. 3 laps to go. I'm seeing that 3 lap board. In third place now, I'm going round this Bovingdon Raceway like an absolute tank. It's Maverick in the 46 car. Maverick then chucking that car into the Bovingdon turn, but not quite able to get on terms with these front 2 runners. Certainly doing everything he can, very, very sideways, hot rod style. Goes Keith Painter through the pits bend. But with just a couple of laps to go now, Sonny Sherwood has to be looking good for this second race of the afternoon at Bovingdon. Out of 50 cars, who would put money on the fact that Sonny Sherwood could come through the pack twice over and take 2 wins in a row? But it looks like it might well happen. Is Kingy going the wrong way though? Oh, as the radiator pops right out in front of us here at start control with just a lap to go now, half a lap indeed for Sonny Sherwood, 348. The checker flag is being readied. I don't think there's anybody that's going to stop him winning this race now. So 2 in a row, here he comes now, another win for Mushy. There he goes, 348, Sonny Sherwood takes the win. In second place goes through the Tricky Dicky car, 670, Richard Flockton. Third position now on the road is the 46 car of Maverick. Keith Painter goes through. Fourth place, the 231 machine of Stuart Dunn. And now we can go to red, Mr. Starter. We do have our results. And what a good one again that was. For the third one of the day for the National Bangers. Lights go flying away, so do the bangers. It's into yet another race, and 72 leads them away this time. Des Wood himself out there in the old Granada Coupe leads this one away. 311 takes a spin. Oh goodness, there's carnage going on all the way around here. 20 goes in hard on the back end of the 301 car, but we get the thumbs up from him. He's okay, but we keep an eye on him. And the lumps of car flying. Oh, 64 up the rumble strip, almost tips over on his side. Takes a hefty one from the 20 car, and I think that's the end of him for this afternoon's racing. But John Dodge still going well over there in the 201 car, and 778 Daisy still looks pretty fresh to me. You get fresh as the rest continue on their way with Sonny Sherwood just up behind. Lots of, oh look on the pits bend there, they're absolutely mincing them in there. I can see a yellow flag up in the air. I think all the drivers are okay. I'm sure there's going to be one or two join in with this big cruncher on the pits bend. Certainly a black flag for 141 if he comes round, Mr. Starter. Oh, and another one goes in there. The number 20 goes in on the tail end of the 710 car. I'm sure if only Vinny could get his old heat going, or he's already copped a packet down there on the Bovingdon turn though. 301 also has now left the car, but keep an eye up there on the pits. Look at the state of that 606 car. It's absolutely smashed to smithereens, as is the 710 car. The driver jumps out unhurt from all of that, but certainly they've been going in this one. I rather thought this was the one that they might go in on. Maverick still absolutely flying. Lips Croshaw gets turned to 180, and we have a waved yellow, Mr. Starter. Waved yellow. And we are going red, Mr. Starter. We are going red, please. We start with first come, first served. 45 Lips Croshaw. We've gone back a lap. So Lips Croshaw comes through as the leader of the race. So if we line them a lap, restart. Oh, and sad to see Mark Simmons out there in the centre green. Unfortunately, he's no longer a great world champion, was Mark Simmons, of course. So then, Lips Croshaw leads them away. 3:48. Sonny Sherwood is in fact a lap down. So we'll be lap scoring him. He's got to unlap himself there and continue going a lap down. That was in fact an inner tube. I think just escaped from one of the cars there. But Sonny Sherwood has got a full lap to make up on the rest of these cars. The clerk of the course and the lap scorer are agreed that he was in fact a lap down on the other cars, so he's got another lap to do. Meanwhile, Lips Croshaw continues his race in front of the pack. The 45 car with 3:20 in second place, Graham Jewell. And Tricky Dicky Flockton's right there as well now, 670. He's moved up into second position on the track. And it's these three, the yellow car followed by the two blue cars, that are in fact in the lead, with Sonny Sherwood having to do an additional lap of Bovingdon Raceway to get on terms with them. So it's neck and neck stuff now for 670 and 320. Graham Jewell absolutely neck and neck with Richard Flockton, and it's 5 this time through, Mr. Starter. For your two lead cars, the two blue cars coming through now, 320 and 670. They've been neck and neck now for a couple of laps. Banger racing at its absolute ultimate. All but problem for 320 Graham Jewell as he gets spun round there, and that leads him back into the hands of Maverick, who's absolutely flying here at Bovingdon Raceway. 46 then in third place. Graham Jewell takes himself out ultimately in the 320 car, and Maverick now takes up the chase on Richard Flockton in the 670 car. Sonny Sherwood not able to make up that additional lap. So Richard Flockton leads now in the 670 car from Maverick. Keith Painter in the 46 car. Graham Jewell is taken out of it in the 320 machine. Gets another 360 degree spin there. 778 continues on his way. 72 having a little confrontation, those two together. But no doubt about it now, Tricky Dicky is beginning to come under an attack from Keith Painter in 46. Painter certainly won't allow Tricky Dicky to stay there if there's absolutely anything he can do about it over these last couple of laps. Tricky Dicky leads from Maverick in second place. Third place currently on the track goes to the 45 car still of Lips Groshaw with just a lap to go then. These cars are racing neck and neck, and oh, Tricky's gone, so Maverick takes it up in the 46 car. It's Keith Painter, the Maverick himself, the man from Wallingford in Oxfordshire, comes through in the 46 car. The current and reigning English champion comes through. The checkered flag is ready for him, absolutely steaming through. A win for Maverick. There he goes in second place, and coming through now it's 45. It's red flags please, straight away Mr. Starter, just in case anyone's injured out there on the raceway. Out there on the Bovingdon Raceway as around a dozen cars get stuck in. Look at the action down there on the Bovingdon turn. Couple of cars in the centre green. Oh, and a big one then from 231 on the tail end of Graham Jewell. Graham Jewell swings it round and goes back. Oh, and we have a waved yellow, Mr. Starter. And we'll go to red, please, Mr. Starter. We'll go to reds, line them up again one more time. For action to come here in the Death Destruction Derby. Don't be afraid to cheer for your own favourite driver while all this is going on. Ryan Eaton going the wrong way round over the rumble strips on the Bovingdon turn. We will ask these drivers to get stuck in if they possibly can. Anthony Oak and the 230. And a big one then from 231 on the tail end of Graham Jewell. Graham Jewell swings it round and goes back. Oh, and we have a waved yellow, Mr. Starter. Cheer for your own favourite driver while all this is going on. Ryan Eaton going the wrong way round over the rumble strips on the Bovingdon turn. We will ask these drivers to get stuck in if they possibly can. Anthony Oak and the 231 car over on the pit fence seem to be getting stuck in. But some of these drivers, oh, and in goes the 320 car on Ryan Eaton's machine. Looks like he may have done himself more damage than enough. Jerry Ansell is still going in car 84, as is Tricky Dicky Flockton, who's following him through for a big one here. Oh, and they've all missed each other. But Tricky Dicky Flockton, is he gonna make it all the way to the Armco? Just about up the top end there. 231 is still going. Stuart Dunn. So who's your favourite? Is it Ryan Eaton in 717? Is your favourite Anthony Oak in 471? In goes Tricky Dicky in 670. 231, Stuart Dunn still going, as is Jerry Ansell in 84. Oh, and Jerry Ansell just misses the tail end of Tricky Dicky then. Who are they going to hit? Get stuck in, for goodness sake, lads. 717, then Ryan Eaton on the tail end of Tricky Dicky. Jerry Ansell, oh, just misses those two. Get stuck in, lads. Let's have a quick finish to the DD today. Jerry Ansell then going in 84. bleach himself? Is he going to bleach some of these other drivers, or are they going to run out of petrol? 717 then goes in, 471 goes in, 231 still moving down on that corner. And a blue flag, Mr. Stoller, for 670 to get stuck in, if he will please. So 717 continues on his way. Jerry Ansell is still going. So get stuck in, Tricky Dicky, in 670. Otherwise it's going to be curtains for you, sir. But Ryan Eaton has collapsed over the back there. He's got a wheel spinning, and I think that's as far as he's going to go. 231 though, still got a turn of speed is Stuart Dunn. Jerry Ansell Bleach is still going round and round in the old Volvo estate over there. These cars certainly do need to get stuck in. Oh, and Bleach just misses the Tricky Dicky car. Tricky Dicky gets spun round finally by Anthony Oak. Oh, and into the Armco goes the 231 machine of Stuart Dunn. Has that done enough? Yes, it has, I'm afraid. So Stuart Dunn is out. It looks like Anthony Oak is out. Tricky Dicky is the only car still going. He really hasn't got terribly stuck in. Oh, and Anthony Oak has got the car fired up again. But Bleach, Jerry Ansell over there in the 84 car is still going. Who's it going to be then? So Jerry Ansell about to make an attack if he possibly can on the tail end. Oh, and here comes Anthony Oak, who's not quite as dead as he thought he was. And Anthony Oak got some steering for that car. Anthony Oak in 471 puts paid to Jerry Ansell, but Ansell keeps going. And Tricky Dicky then comes round. And will it be a head-on now? It's Bleach and the condoms man, Anthony Oak. And we've got Ryan Eaton has managed to fire up and get going again. And oh, that's a disqualification. Disqualification, Mr. Starter, for daring to go on the hallowed turf of the Bovingdon Raceway. So a disqualification for Tricky Dicky Flockton. And two cars go thumping in then. Is that the end of this one? Are those two cars the last one? Ryan O'Neill. Ryan Eaton has still got the 717 car running. Ryan Eaton then just about trickling backwards. So I think Ryan Eaton may be the winner of this one by default. Anthony Oak. Oh, and finally finishes off with a flourish. So is the big old jag of Ryan Eaton going to move anymore? Between Anthony Oak and Ryan Eaton. Ryan Eaton gets battered back towards the Armco. Has he got any answers for Anthony Oak this time? is, we get them away for the first one of the day, and straight away it's a dice into the first corner with the 190 car running wide but taking it up. That's Jack Wilkins in the yellow car there, and 104 now follows through on the inside of the 108 machine, and it's 104 Paul Brown beginning to make up space very, very quickly indeed on Delboy in 190, and Brown looks to the inside. Oh yes, he takes that place away on the inside. Through they go. Paul Brown takes up the running then in the first half of this second lap, and Paul Brown now beginning to put some distance between himself and that chasing car of Jack Wilkins, the 190 machine. We keep an eye on the youngsters at the back. They are already beginning to make their presence felt on this race as they begin to challenge the middle markers in the race and try and fight their way through to get the leadership. Scott Bourne going very well in that beautifully prepared car, the 199 machine at the moment. Sam Hitch also going well. And looking back through, 143 is right there, that's Drew Lamass. And right at the back, the current point scorer at the moment is Daniel Wen in the limey, lemony coloured car. 132, but back to the front, and it's still the 104 machine of Paul Brown who's increasing that lead now, but in second place Billy Smith is beginning to come through and maybe make up some space on him, so it's the red car that leads. 104 followed by 161. 186 now coming through with a vengeance is Todd Jones, and young Todd Jones certainly got a speed advantage over the front two running cars. Makes his move then on the Bovingdon turn, keeps it tight on the inside. Todd Jones now challenging for second place. Will he make it through on the pits bend? Todd Jones then just gets his nose in front for second place as they go through on the pits bend, but continuing out in front is still Paul Brown in the all red car. Bit of a dice going on between second and third now as some of these back markers now begin to really make their way through. And look at Drew Lamass coming through in the 143 car. That's the orange car there on the inside of the raceway on the pits bend at the moment, coming through into fifth position. Drew Lamass certainly looks like he's lining this one up very well indeed, but 146 is right there with him. Daniel Wigman going well as well in the blue and orange car, but it's back to the front with just 7 laps gone at the moment. 104 still leads the way. Paul Brown 186 beginning to really draw him in now. It's the familiar blue colours of Todd Jones. Todd Jones then really got the pedal to the metal in this one, but through they continue to come right from the back of the field. Watch these fast cars coming through from the back, because this could certainly well be where the race will be decided. And Todd Jones now right level with the front, marking Paul Brown in the 104 car. Brown goes wide, Jones goes through on the inside. 186 takes it up. 186 then your current leader, there he goes with 5 laps to go. Next time through, Mr. Starter, 5 laps to go. Next time through for 186, Todd Jones in second place and hanging on very well at the moment. Paul Brown in the all red coloured car, and Scott Bourne now challenging on the 161 car for third position. Holds it tight on the inside. The exit then from the Bovingdon turn. Scott Bourne has got his nose there, and right with him now is Drew Lamass in the orange car, the 143 machine. This is going to be a tight finish, and grandstand finish as Scott Bourne goes wide. Drew Lamass goes on the inside. 161, Billy Smith goes with him. This is a real tussle here for third position. First and second reasonably cool at the moment, but it's now Drew Lamass. Oh, and terrible disasters for Paul Brown. Spins around there on the pits bend, and 186 has got it all his own way now, Todd Jones, as he comes through this time to take the 3-lap board with a change then for second place. The 143 car now of Drew Lamass is right there, the orange machine in second place. 161, it continues on his way in third. Billy Smith. Are there going to be more changes before the tail end of this race? The rest of the field now somewhat splayed out, and also now the 132 car of Daniel Wen begins to make his presence felt on the top 3. 199, Scott Bourne goes wide again. Wen holds it tight on the inside, makes his way into 4th position in the race. So, in fact, into 3rd place now, but 186 with just a lap to go this time through, Mr. Starter. 1 lap then for Todd Jones in the 186 car. 1 lap to go for second place man Drew Lamass in 143, and then in the 172 car, continuing on his way and first mention in the race for that 172 car, it's Sam Hitch, but the checker flag is raised and ready. Todd Jones takes the win. Good to see young Todd take the win. Drew Lamass in second place, and it's red flags please, marshals. We do have a car looking very, very sick on the pit. 57 machine over there is a lady driver in this particular formula, Jackie Stone. 132 is Mark Johnson. Car number 2 is Sean Hunt. The 37 machine is in the hands of Ian Wright. Number 28 coming through now is Derek Keane. And in the 14 car, the number 9 car I should say, is Paul Wollaston. That's the lineup then for the rookie rods here this afternoon. May the best man or lady win. They're under starters orders already, so no time for any music. They'll be coming through and taking the green flag away very, very shortly. So then green flags it is. Remember, this is hot rod racing. No contact permitted between these cars, and indeed if any contact is witnessed by the clerk of the course, it will be frowned on and the cars will be dealt with according to the stipulations of the rulebook and the jurisdiction of the clerk of the course. 103 it is who leads them away at the moment, and that's Gavin Richards. 112 second on the Raceway, 56th there in third, and already the Hertfordshire champion beginning to make his presence felt in this one in the number 90 car in third place, or at least he's trying for third place. He's in fourth place currently. Some of the faster cars then just getting used to the circuit, making their way through from the back of the track. Certainly very much a growing formula, this one here at Bovingdon Raceway. We've got them on 4 or 5 times here this season, and we'll be looking for much bigger fields next season when the bug really bites amongst the local rookie drivers. But still out there and having it all his own way at the moment is Gavin Richards in that nicely prepared green and black car, who leads them through yet again, peels off another lap. 112 continues in second place, James Law, but making a bid now for that second place and holding very tight through the inside on the pits turn there is Gary Jordan, who has indeed made it through into second place. So he's looking very hard at the tail end now of that leading driver, Gavin Richards. It's certainly between these two for the moment, as the number 90 car of Jordan takes to the outside, looks to the inside. No, the door is firmly closed there by the 103 driver, Gavin Richards. So Gavin Richards continues on in the lead. It's up to the 90 car driver, Gary Jordan, to find a way round if he possibly can. The rest of the pack are not certainly closing in too tightly on these two. Oh, and there it is. We have a change of leadership. The 90 car goes through on the approach to the Bovingdon turn, and Gary Jordan, the Hertfordshire champion, takes it up in the 90 car. Certainly a very swift motor, this one, for a yellow graded machine, and I think he'll be making the trip backwards through the gradings as soon as the next points charts come out. But for the moment, your leader, Gary Jordan, the Hertfordshire champion, goes on his way in the all red machine. The number 90 car leads from 103 with 108 in third position, 112, 56 and 37. Then it's 14, 9, 132, 57 and number 2, with the back markers being the 28 car and the 77 machine. 5 laps to go next time through, Mr. Starter, for your lead car, Gary Jordan, in that red number 90 machine, who certainly looks like he's got this one pretty well tied up. I can't see any of these cars coming through and taking that lead away now over the last 5 laps of the race. But stranger things have been known. Maybe the mechanical gremlins will get in there. But Gary Jordan, to me, looks pretty confident. The Hertfordshire champion looks like he knows his way around this course, like he's been driving it all his life. And I think he's only had 1 or possibly 2 outings here at Bovingdon in total. But nevertheless, these cars handling very well here at Bovingdon, and beginning to spread out just a touch now. The number 9 car making his way through on the inside there, taking another place away from the 56 car of Phil Hampton. But just 3 laps to go now for our leader. 3 laps to go for the second place man in the 103 car, and then it's 108. Stuart Bibby now has made his way through into third place. So Stuart Bibby now could possibly have an effect on the second place over the last 2.5 laps of this race. Stuart Bibby, watch him go in 108. Is certainly one of the faster men around the Bovingdon Raceway. 103 though, I'm sure, having led this race for so long, won't want to see that second place disappear. It's 103 versus 108 for second place. No doubt about our leader, who's Gary Jordan in the 90 car. But who's it going to be for second with just a lap to go? Can that leadership come down now? 108, it's very, very tight as they go into the pits bend. It's going to be even tighter as they come down the far straight and into the Bovingdon turn. No doubt about the winner though. The win goes to Gary Jordan in car 90. I think 103 is going to hang on for second place. Gavin Richards then takes that checker flag. Second place, Stuart Bibby third in the 108 car. And coming through very, very swiftly there towards the tail end of the race. In fourth place it was... So there we go, it's all action all the way through for 15 laps from the mini stocks. The 163 car making a good job of getting away there. Remember, he's the novice driver who started right at the back of the pack in a very nicely prepared car, it has to be said. And oh, the trouble for the second place driver there, who gets a 45-degree spin from the cars behind. Manages to keep going though in that 108 car, Lee Macklin. So full marks to him for that. And he's certainly back in the fray now, having a bit of a duel there with Ryan Cunningham as I speak. But certainly our youngster from the front has put in a very, very good opening lap there in that 163 machine. And Leighton Milsom is leading this one by quite a few lengths at the moment. Paul Brown though begins to chase in second place in the 104 car, and Billy Smith is also right there in 161. Todd Jones behind these, and then Daniel Wigman in the 146 car. Let's see how our star men right from the back of the field are getting on, and a bit of an uphill struggle for the two star drivers at the moment, namely the 132 machine of Daniel Wen and the 143 machine of Drew Lamass, making a bit of heavy weather as they go through the rest of the pack, or try to, all the way through from the back. But certainly a very, very good display of good driving from our novice driver there, Leighton Milsom. He's actually being caught now. If he's sensible, he will let some of the faster cars through, I suspect. But certainly one of our youngest drivers, and just making his debut appearance here at Bovingdon today in that 163 car. So Leighton Milsom then, just a black cross, Mr. Starter, for 104. There was contact there. And Leighton Milsom displaying the non-contact black cross on the back of his car, so none of these cars can theoretically touch that car because he is in the novice stages of driving. Nevertheless, there's a duel on for first place in this one, and it's Todd Jones again who makes it through into first place. So Todd Jones in that 186 car, very, very dominant this afternoon. 104, then Paul Brown not only got a black cross against him, but relegated now to second position. 161 then, Billy Smith waiting to pick up the pieces in third place, as a very, very fast Sam Hitch now finds himself in fifth position, up behind the 163 car of Leighton Milsom. And Sam Hitch then having to take the inside, and contact there from Sam Hitch. And a black cross for 172, please, Mr. Starter, with 5 laps to go next time through for your lead car, who is still the 186 car of Todd Jones. It looks like, in all probability, the hat-trick is on then for Jones this afternoon in 186. Certainly a very, very dominant display of driving here from this red-graded driver now, Todd Jones, in that 186 car, really going for it here at Bovingdon this afternoon. 161 now, move through into second place, relegating the Paul Brown machine into third, but Brown not dead yet, certainly, and comes back on the Billy Smith car. But it's first, second and third, as close as that, over the line, with just 4 laps to go this time through. A bit of a coming together there for our novice driver, Leighton Milsom. He's I think he's okay there in the car, just can't get the car back into driving mode at the moment. He's on a bit of a tangent there on the Bovingdon turn. I think the other drivers are aware that he's there, so our clerk of the course is letting this one continue. Obviously stalled the car and not able to restart, but the other drivers now carefully filtering through on the inside of the raceway and not having too much problem to avoid that stalled car. So when we go checkered, Mr. Starter, we will go red immediately. So there we are now, just winding down on the last lap or so of this race as Todd Jones goes through for the very last time. He's on his very last lap, down the fast straight for the last time. Still this battle rages for second place, but Billy Smith looks like he's got the better of that one. Here he comes again to complete the hat-trick then. Third time winner for Todd Jones, 186. And we straight away go to reds, please, Mr. Starter. Red flag now because of the two stalled cars out on... Of the Bovingdon Raceway for the rookie rods this time. I keep trying to say the stock rods because they do look remarkably similar, but it's rookie rod action out there before you this time through, and the 56 car leading them nobly around the first lap is in the hands of Phil Hampton. So Phil Hampton peels off the first lap with 103. Gavin Richards in second place. 112 there in third is James Locke, but keep an eye out for that and a black cross, Mr. Starter, for 132 for a bit of contact there, and a blue flag for car 14, please. So black cross for 132, blue flag for car 14. But now the challenge is on right up front. 56 there, very much under the cosh from the 103 car of Gavin Richards. Who's it going to be as they emerge from the Bovingdon turn? Well, it's still Hampton, leads from Richards, and a blue flag for 57 as well, please, Mr. Starter. A blue flag for the 57 car as well. 56th and the leader, changed for second place to the number 90 car of Gary Jordan. And I do believe it was Jordan who took the first race for the rookie rods. And this second one is looking that it might go his way as well. But certainly some blue flags being issued this time, and that 37 car has now found his way through to about halfway through the field, and certainly is one of the very, very quick cars out there. Watch for the 37 car as he makes his way through the field. Number 90 leads the way, and he's certainly going to take some beating from there. The Hertfordshire champion Gary Jordan leads the race at the moment in the all-red car, but 37 is very, very quick, and if anybody can emerge from the pack to give a real challenge to the number 90 car, then I rather suspect that it's Ian Wright in the 37 machine. But certainly up in front of him at the moment, Stuart Bibby in 108 is also a driver to be reckoned with in this racing, and a lot of good swift cars there in between your front running car number 90 Gary Jordan and the 37 machine of Ian Wright, down in round about 6th position I think at the moment. But a few more laps in this one, 20 laps in this rookie rod race. The drivers have been asking us for more and more laps here at Bovingdon because it's a short, tight circuit. It's not an easy circuit, this one, for overtaking in the rookie rods, especially when the... And a blue flag, Mr. Starter, for 108, please, to hold his line. Just to tell the 108 car to hold his line. There he goes. There he was, gone, Mr. Starter. Never mind, next time round. 108 just to hold his line there and enable the 37 car to pass if he possibly can. This is a rule, the blue flag rule is the blue flag when it's put to drivers just tells them to hold the line that they're on. There is a faster car in the vicinity, and if they can stay in front by holding their line, then they're welcome to do so, but they must hold the line and give the opportunity to the faster car to overtake. And a black cross, Mr. Starter, for car number 9, and a black cross for 108. So number 9 and 108, both to get a black cross each. Meanwhile, back at the front, it's an ever opening and a blue flag as well for 108 again, Mr. Starter. So not the happiest of afternoons for Stuart Bivvy in the 108 car, but now through into 4th position goes the 37 car, and he's certainly still got some making up to do. I can see him maybe making it through into 2nd place, but the race is certainly on for 3rd as the 37 car of Ian Wright makes his way through on the inside, takes away that 3rd position. He's looking at the tail end of the 56 car of Phil Hampton now, see if he can make it through into 2nd place. He's certainly got the car lined up. It's coming up to a grandstand finish, this one, so with 4 laps. And a blue flag for 56, please, Mr. Starter. Blue flag for 56. And obviously just a warning to that driver that he has a faster car on the tyre. And a blue flag also for 28, please, Mr. Starter. And the 14 car obviously having a battle royal with that 28 car. And the number 90 car now, because he's up behind these back markers, Gary Jordan is losing chalk to the 37 car. And a blue flag, Mr. Starter, for 14 now, please. So with just a couple of laps to go this time through then, it's Gary Jordan in the number 90 car. He's finally made his way past the back markers. The 37 car of Ian Wright, I suspect he's going to have to settle for 2nd place. Number 90 now is on his way. He's past the back markers with just a lap and a quarter to go. It's all looking like green flags now for Gary Jordan as he comes through now with just the 1 lap to finish off, and a couple of back markers between him and the 2nd place man of the 37 car, Ian Wright, in 2nd place. 77's got his problems out there on the raceway, but no such problems for our winning driver, the Hertfordshire champion, does it again in the number 90 car. Gary Jordan takes the win. 2nd place man then goes through in that 37 car, Ian Wright, and in 3rd position on the track, it's the 56 car. Please, Mr. Starter, we have our positions on that one. And another 5 car, let's hear it now as he comes round on his lap of honour. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Gary Jordan. Gary Jordan, boys. It's a non-stop, Mr. Starter. Go red, go red. So finally we get them away in something like a graded order start, and they're up and running for this, the last 15 laps for the mini stocks here at Bovingdon today. 1:08 your leader, Lee Macklin. He's out there as he has been for the last couple of races, and looking rather good in the white graded car, but perhaps not quite as fast as some of his contemporaries out there, and they will, I'm sure, by the end of the race be right up there with him. But for the moment, he's enjoying his moments of glory. Lee Macklin then leads around for the first couple of laps, and certainly peeling these laps off at a pretty good pace. There he goes, Lee Macklin 108, followed by Paul Brown in 104, and the 161 car of Billy Smith. That lead beginning to diminish now as we look though, as Lee Macklin comes round to peel off another lap, and Paul Brown looks to the outside run to see if he can make a bit more speed through the corners. 161 Billy Smith getting closer as well. The red graders begin to close in on the front runners now, and the midfield racing very, very intriguing indeed. 116 and 146 just overtaking the 136 car of Ryan Cunningham currently. 143 is right there, Drew Lemass, but right at the back of the pack at the moment is a very, very latter-day Daniel Wen, who seems to be having a bit of a job to get on par with racing these other cars at the moment. Certainly our points leader is a long, long way back, but right up at the front there's no such easy going, and being pushed very, very wide there. The 108 car has to give way to the 104 car. 161 slides through the middle lane, and Billy Smith takes it up in the blue car. 161 your leader, 104 in second place. Third place now, the 186 car of the battling Todd Jones, looking for 4 out of 4 here this afternoon at Bovingdon Raceway. If he keeps going this way, he's going to get it too. But 186 currently having to settle for third position. Makes his move now on the... and takes the 104 car right round Paul Brown. But Paul Brown lives to fight another day. No damage to the car. He just needs to get that back in gear and going again. But certainly Todd Jones getting a real tough guy out there. And he's made it through now into second place. 161, Billy Smith. He's right there, but... got Todd Jones absolutely breathing up his exhaust pipe now. Todd Jones forces him a little wide on the exit to the pits bend, and it's Todd Jones who makes it through on the inside as they enter the Bovingdon turn. Yes, it's Jones who takes it up. 186 then, Jones takes it up with just 5 laps to go. Next time through, Mr. Starter, 5 laps to go for Todd Jones, but certainly young Billy Smith hasn't given it up yet. He's chasing. So certainly, obviously, problems. And it's a flat tyre out there in the centre green for the unfortunate Drew Lemass, who looks down at his boots a bit disconsolate, but never mind, there'll be another day for Drew. 2 laps to go then for our battling front runners, and Todd Jones it is, who looks like he might well be making it 4 out of 4 here at Bovingdon this afternoon. Todd Jones 186 leads them through. Billy Smith still second in 161, and there doesn't seem to be a great deal that Sam Hitch in the 172 car can do about this lead, or even possibly the second place now as they go through into the last lap of the race. It's still Jones from Smith from Hitch, but is there anything Hitch at least can do about second place? I don't think it's going to happen for them as they cruise through the Bovingdon turn for the very last time here at Bovingdon this afternoon. 186 is going to be the winner yet again, 4 in a row then for Todd Jones. 161, Billy Smith is in second, Sam Hitch is third in the 172 car. Fourth place. We've been corrected on that, it is 20 laps we're going for. So then, as in the earlier race this afternoon, 103 takes up the running, and the 112 car, they're in second place, 56 tucking into third position. But certainly the first lap already peeled off, and 103 going for it in the second lap. Gavin Richards then always pulls out quite a good lead, but the car does seem to slow perhaps a tad in the latter stages of the race. So it's 103, 112, 56, 108 and 90. But already straight away and through the pack very, very swiftly indeed. This time through the 37 car of Ian Wright. Keep an eye out for that car of Ian Wright, because I rather suspect that Ian Wright will have this one in the bag this time. The 37 car of Ian Wright going very, very well indeed. 103 though peels off the third lap of the 20, and continues on his way. Bit of a dice going on between 112 now and 56 out there, and 56 Phil Hampton has the inside run on the 112 car of James Locke, but James, and the number 90 car, having clocked up 2 wins this afternoon, pulls it in. Obviously gremlins in the works of the Jordan car there, and a blue flag, Mr. Starter, for car 56, please. Just coming through right now. And 103 then leads from 56, then it's 108 and 37, 112, 132. And a whole cotchel of cars behind these, but these are the ones to watch. And coming away now, sort of approaching the halfway stages of this race, the 103 car looks very comfortable to me. Gavin Richards, the green and black, and a blue flag also for 108, Mr. Starter. But this 37 car, keep an eye on him. Ian Wright is very, very quick. He's moved his way through now into 3rd position. He's looking at the tail end of the Stuart Bibby car, 108, and 37 has the inside run through the pits bend. 37 now, Ian Wright takes away that 2nd place. 132 also right up and keeping with him this time is Mark Johnson. So Johnson has to settle for the moment for 4th place behind Bibby, but nevertheless the rest of them go racing by. 37 now established himself very, very comfortably in 2nd place, but 103 is going like a train over there. Gavin Richards, can he be caught? The green and black machine leads this one. 103 then crosses the line again at the halfway point of the race. 103 leads from 37, then it's 132 and 108. But 37, is there anything he can do about this lead now of the 103 car of Gavin Richards? It's going to come down to the wire, this one, I think, because certainly the rate of catching up isn't all it should be. Gavin Richards continues on his way. He's got a nice open track in front of him. Just one back marker. I do hope that back marker doesn't cause too many problems for, and the blue flag, please, Mr. Starter, for the car 77. Or he's intelligently keeping a nice wide line and letting the racing cars through on the inside. But now that lead of Gavin Richards is certainly coming down. It's Gavin Richards 103 who leads from 37. Now 132 makes his way through into 3rd place for Mark Johnson. 108 Stuart Bibby relegated to 4th place. Then the number 9 car is right there of Paul Wollaston. And a blue flag, Mr. Starter, for 108, please. A blue flag for 108 as these front 2 now begin to come right together. Oh, and look at 37 go into the Bovingdon turn there. Absolutely no prisoners, no mercy, as Ian Wright went right through to lead this one on the inside of the Gavin Richards car. Certainly, he almost looked like there was something gone wrong with the Gavin Richards car there, as his rate of approach there on the approach to the Bovingdon turn was absolutely just too much for Richards. And 37, Ian Wright goes through to take it up with just 5 to go next time through, Mr. Starter. 103 though, hanging on grimly to 2nd place there. He's under all 132, able to take that away then on the inside, but unfortunate that for Gavin Richards. He only had to hold his line on the inside line and make the 132 car go around his outside. I wonder if he could have done that, but nevertheless still in the lead with just 2.5 laps to go now is Ian Wright in the 37 car. 132 is 2nd there. That's Mark Johnson in the number 9 car with just a lap to go. The 37 car has it within his grasp now. Ian Wright is right there, but these two battling it out right to the checker flag for 2nd place. Who's it going to be? Mark Johnson leads Paul Wollaston. Is there anything Wollaston can do about it on this last corner? I don't think so, but the checker flags is raised and ready. Ian Wright in the 37 car takes the win. It's Mark Johnson who hangs on in 2nd.